Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Sparky Van Devender at Parnassus Books. Happy Memorial Day, a day late. Sparky loves Memorial Day, usually some hot dogs involved. Okay, there goes the hat. All right, okay. Let me tell you about what's going on today. We have coming out Just Action, How a Challenge to Segregation Enacted Under the Color of Law by Richard and Leah Rothstein. Great book about segregation in the past and in the present. Good night, Irene, Luis Alberto Urrea, and I will tell you that this is about his mother's history, the Irish side of the Urrea family, and my pal Maureen Corrigan read it and said it was terrific. Another one of my pals, David Sedaris, his book Happy Go Lucky, which I adored, is out in paperback today. And this weighs so much more than Sparky, can't even believe it. Tender Heart, which is a cookbook about vegetables and the unbreakable family bonds, Hetty Lou McKinnon. This book is so gorgeous. So if you're interested in some beautiful vegetable recipes, and I always am, check this out. Now, Elise is on vacation. We always like Elise to have a good time, but we miss her terribly when she's gone. So I'm gonna do the Elise part as well. On Thursday night, in partnership with Humanities Tennessee, we have King, A Life by Jonathan Eig. This is so exciting. This brand new, very important biography of Dr. King has been getting phenomenally good press. That's Thursday night in the store at 6:30. It's a free event, but it's ticketed, so go online and register. We still have a few seats left. And very exciting, how long have I been talking about this book, Sorrow and Bliss by my pal, Meg Mason. And Meg and I are going to be in conversation tonight. There are like 5 seats left. So please come, get online. If you're not coming, call and tell us, open it up. Meg, could you come over and say something nice? Look at this. It's an Australian, a real live Australian. By way, well, a New Zealander.
Are you going to stop talking about it after this? Because even I am bored of
you?
seeing that cover in your videos.
Are you bored?
Like, please, get a new
book.
Drum to bang.
You know what? The problem is I haven't read any other books.
You haven't read this?
No, I've read this.
Okay.
I read this, but it's the only book I've read, so I have to keep coming back to it over and over again.
Well, it stops after today.
It does. After today,
this is our final episode.
We're gonna make a big pile and we're just gonna incinerate them all.
Yeah, exactly. This is the last instant copy.
So this is what it's gonna be tonight. We're not even really gonna talk about this book. We're just going to talk. We're going to talk about writing. We're going to talk about friendship. We're going to talk about jet lag and how it doesn't exist.
It doesn't. It's a character flaw.
That's right.
It's just a sign of weak character if you get jet lag.
Right?
You just have to believe your way through it. It's not real.
Really and truly, she showed up at my house at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. She went to sleep. You slept through the whole night. No jet lag. If you want to know how it's done, come to the event tonight. All right, you're off work.
Okay,
all right,
thank
Lindsay.
you.
Hello, this is Lindsay. I'm just doing the Lindsay part. I have some great books that are out today. One of my favorites out today. A lot of people will say they read a book in one sitting. They're lying, but I'm not lying. I actually read this book in one sitting because I started on page 1 when a 5-hour flight took off. I finished the book right as the flight landed. That's never happened before, but it happens for a book as wonderful as Stephen Rowley's The Celebrants, which follows a group of friends who, whenever one of them is in a state of crisis, their life is falling apart, they gather together for a living funeral where they celebrate their friendship, their lives, they get together. It's heartwarming. It's Stephen Rowley. If you loved The Guncle, you're gonna love this. And it is also the Jenna pick for June. The Good Morning America pick for June is Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. This one is for your sci-fi fantasy lovers. It follows 2 half-sisters who have been estranged when they have to take over the family's magical library. Problems happen, chaos ensues, magic is messy. For your fans of mystery, we have a new T.J. Newman, Drowning. Something bad is happening with an airplane. That's what I can tell you about this book. It's by the author of Falling, which we sold tons of copies. So if you like books that are thrillers where something bad happens with an airplane. Drowning's out today. And if you're frightened of women or you like to be a scary woman, we have a new Meg Abbott who did the she did the Turnout, which was ballerinas. We now have Beware the Woman. And if romance is more your jam, this is our July romance book club pick by Adriana Herrera. An Island Princess Starts a Scandal. If queer historical romance is your jam, this one's great, and it's going to be a great discussion. Or one of my favorites, Alyssa Sussman, who did Funny You Should Ask, is out with Once More with Feeling. This one follows a pop star. She's doing some image rehabilitation after a breakup, but oops, she might end up in a Broadway production with her ex. See what happens. And up next, we have Ray Ann talking to us about kids' books.
Hello, everybody. I have a few picture books about friendship to show you today. The Wishing Flower by A.J. Irving and Kip Alizada. This is about a girl who wishes for someone like her to come to her school, and then a new friend appears. So sweet. Under the Blanket Sky by Tim Fisher. This is about a lonely boy who is visited by an unusual owl for the summer and the adventures they have. The Together Tree by Aisha Syed and Len Pham. This is about a boy who is bullied at school and new friends come to his rescue. Friendship rules in these three books. And Crowned, Magical Folk and Fairy Tales from the Diaspora. This is a beautiful book that's in our Fairy Tales and Myths sections. It is retellings of many great fairy tales, The Little Mermaid, The Poison Apple, with beautiful photographs. And in middle grade, we know you love a great graphic novel. Tegan and Sarah have a new graphic novel illustrated by Tilly Walden. Tegan and Sarah Junior High. This is an autobiography mixed with fiction about music, coming out, and sisterhood. And for those of you who love, okay, now I'm gonna forget, Heidi Heckelbeck. Heidi Heckelbeck chapter book readers, guess what? Heidi's in middle school now. And she is going to a middle school that has a secret witch and training program. First in a series, Middle School and Other Disasters, Worst Broommate Ever. I love that title. Parnassus Next fans, you may remember the Agathas from last May. Two girls solve mysteries using the books of Agatha Christie. I love this book so much, it's out in paperback. And the second book, The Night in Question, is out today. Hope you'll pick it up, and if you're not a Parnassus Next subscriber, I hope you'll sign up for the club. And also, next week on Thursday, we have a YA event with M. Hendricks for her debut, The Chaperone. And I hope that you'll come to Storytime on Saturday with Katie. We'll be having a Pride Storytime to kick off Pride Month. Thanks for listening, and thanks for shopping at Parnassus.